not a good writer and I'm not a good painter. So being a cinematographer is the easy way of combining everything. Hi, I'm James Gardner and I'm a DOP. I grew up in Durban, South Africa. Kind of started in the film business with a guy called Jamie Ace, who shot Gods Must Be Crazy many, many years ago. My first one was actually Beautiful People, which was a wildlife movie, which only took us 3 years to do. And then I went on to kind of military shows. And we did a lot of different things, like in tanks and all over the place for the military. So that was a learning what you could actually do with a camera body, because there was nobody to teach you what to do with the body. Back then, it wasn't as designated as it all is now. So you had to learn all about lights, and you were, as the camera assistant in those days, you had to learn what did what and have it all ready for the cameraman when he arrived. So that was a learning curve to get ahead of the game, as it were. The first thing I was trying to work out when I first saw an Afrix camera, and we'd been working on a studio movie with a BNC Mitchell, and I just got a job in the Namibian desert. And I thought, oh my God, I had visions of carrying this thing up and down the sand dunes and all the rest of it. And some guy arrived with a 120S blimp. So this is, I guess, 1983 or something. And I thought, oh man, this is lightweight. This is going to be good. But it was such a clever design then, because you just took the camera in and out. If you didn't need the blimp, there was no dialogue. You just took the camera out, shot with it, dialogue, put it back in again. It was a simple way of doing it. They're just robust cameras that people think before they build them what they're going to do. So I think that's why the Alexa has been such a big hit, because they don't break down, they don't seem to overheat, and they don't, you can throw them around a little bit. We did have to start lighting differently when digital came around. Exactly what is hard to tell, because it's your intuition on the set. And monitors have become so important. It's a balancing act. You can't just go off the monitor or just through the camera. You have to balance everything. I like to use half and half through the eyepiece, half through the monitor, half what my brain tells me. Some guys do it all off the monitor. There's still some that use eyepieces. The Lexa's actually got a pretty reasonable eyepiece. And if you grew up that way, focusing with one eye lets your brain focus way more on what you're actually doing. Nowadays, because you're not really tethered that much with cables and huge, heavy equipment, you can do what your sixth sense tells you to do, what your intuition lets you do, because you're not fettered anymore by a whole big process and a big booth and things like that. So whatever's in your brain, you can actually do now. Happy birthday, Arri, and may you have another 100 years.